Good evening and welcome to another live stream from a home in Italy, live from beautiful but very warm Abruzzo. How is everybody this evening? Hope you're all doing amazingly well. I am on my own again at the moment. Tony, the producer, as usual, is running late. So he may or may not be joining us this evening. And unfortunately, Domenico can't be with us tonight. So Domenico and Tony's tongue-twisting trials can't happen tonight, which is a little bit of a shame. But there you go. No doubt we'll get back to it next week when they're both back. So Tony, the producer, as I said, is running a little bit late. So doing this on my own. So write as many what was I going to say? Right in the box, so I know that I'm not talking to myself. It's nice to know that there's people out there. Bjorn is the first one to write. Buongiorno from Faro San Martino, now in rainy Germany. That's a shame, Bjorn. You should be out here. You should be just stay out in Faro San Martino. Don't bother going back to rainy Germany. So I hope everybody is doing well. So tonight's show is one of our favorites. It's Meet the Homebuyers, but it's the revisited one. Which is always great to catch up with people who've owned properties here for a while now, just to really find out what they think about things and how things are going on. So we're going to be seeing our very own Lama Laurie. She's going to be with us, and her husband Nikon John. That's his new name apparently. So I'm going to stick with that one. Then we've got Capistrano Marco, aka Mark, and Nada is his wife. They're going to be joining us as well. We're going to catch up with both of them. As the show goes on, you will find out what life is really like here. Even though they've not yet moved out, they both couples have the intentions of moving out to Abruzzo, and you'll see the point where they are and what they're up to. Okay, David Palladino, hello from Lake Gorge. And David is very close to signing. In fact, David, we're a little bit closer than what I thought the other day, so I will be in touch with you the next couple of days. We had a little bit of movement on yours, so I will be in touch really, really quickly. Okay, so there's a couple of notices to tell people. The tours. We start back again in September. And the September tour, once I find, you see, without Tony, I've got nobody to put these things on the screen for me. I have to do it all myself. The autumn tour date, September 25th and 26th, there's only one space left on that. If you need an extra one, please email me at the info@homeinitaly.com if there is a couple that want to come. And I will see if we can, there's a possibility that we can get a slightly bigger bus and put an extra person on there. So if you are interested on that, the 25th and 26th of September, as I said, there is one space available now on the site. But if you are interested in coming, there's two of you, then send me an email and I'll see what we can do. On the 23rd, 24th of October, there are 16 spaces left, but we're expecting them to fill up pretty quick. Now September's completely full. And then on the 6th and 7th of November, there's plenty of spaces on that one for now. So, but November is a great time to come. It's some of the autumn colours are fantastic. So if you can make that, then that is a great one to do. So that's the tours. We're going to be also releasing. Oh, hang on a minute. I think he's finally. Hold on. Is he here? This is Tony, the producer, that's just joined us. And he's probably forgot to switch his camera on. Let's just see. Look, this is the cat. This is what I've got to put up with. Tony, can you hear us? Tony. And he's the producer. And look, well, it's actually better to look at that. Tony, are you on planet Earth? Hello? No sign of him. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Oh, here he is. We can't hear you. Microphone's not working. Look. This is a confused person. Do you want to do signing? Can you do signing? Can't hear it. I'm going to turn you off, Tony, even though it is better this way. Don't get me wrong. And I'll leave you to put all the quotes and everything, but I can't hear you at the minute. If you want to have a play around. Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on. Talk now. No, I still can't hear you. That's a shame. Anyway, can you do your other little bits? It's a lot better like that, isn't it? It's a lot better than actually hearing him talk. I think it is anyway. So he'll be adjusting his microphone, no doubt. I reckon, Tony, if you log in, log out, and log back in again, it may well work. Okay. So what else have I got to say? That's the tours. If you haven't seen any information on the tours, we are going to be publishing next year's dates, which are going to be I believe we're doing January. No, what are we doing? I think it may be February, March, and April and May, I think, next year. I'm not sure if we're doing the January one, but we'll be publishing next year's date by the end of this month, because we're actually closed for August. We get some time off. So I'm going to publish them from the end of July, and then you can see for anybody that wants to come and book next year. But if you don't know what the tours are about, then go onto the website, which is www.homeinitaly.com, and click on tours and have a look. Basically, it's a way to travel around in a group. We take you around in a couple of coaches. We see around 20 properties in 2 days in all different locations. It's just a brilliant way of seeing the area and looking at a few properties at the same time. So they work fantastically well, and it's quite good because everybody becomes friends. We've got tour groups that came a couple of years ago, and they're still in touch with each other and friends, and they meet each other in Abruzzo. A few people have bought houses, and it's a great way to see the area and see properties as well. So have a look at that. And as I say, I'll be publishing next year's date at the end of this month. I can't believe we're talking about next year already. Okay, let's see the other things. If any of you are I'm ready to buy in March. Who's that's saying I'm ready to buy in March? There you go then, Laura. Well, you can come on the tour early next. You come on the March tour next year, and we'll find your house. Absolutely, definitely. Okay, the other things that I want to tell you are. What else do I need to tell you? If you're looking to rent a property and you're looking possibly for a 12-month contract, maybe you're looking to get your elective residency visa and you need a contract to do that, then contact our friends at Rent in Abruzzo. So that's the email there, rentinabruzzo@gmail.com. They have a number of places around Abruzzo, including Sulmona, Raiano, all the hotspots that we talk about. Also in Palombara, they've got a place, Lama di Peligna. So a number of places that they have. And if you are looking, they also do short-term rentals. But if you are looking to have a year contract, they will also help you with the contract and also help you registering the contract. So contact our friends there direct, and they will help you out, I have no doubt. Let's just see if Tony, the producer, have you done it, Tony? Have you fixed yourself? Oh, sorry, I've just put John and Laurie on. Sorry, John and Laurie, I'll bring you on in a second. Tone, have you fixed yourself? No. Now, are you gonna log out just so you can at least say hello to everybody? You skived off last week, and now you've got no microphone. Are you logging out and logging back in again? Are you gonna do that? Yeah. Switch it. Do the technical thing. Switch it off and switch it back on again. Anyway, what else have we got to tell you? Also, we want to talk quickly about Patreon. Patreon has become a great little what's the word I'm looking for? A great little community, and we have managed to get a number of Patreons into properties that nobody else has actually seen, because they get to see exclusive content. They get to see the early access to every Saturday's video property, and also on a Wednesday they get some unique access to properties that are advertised by our agents that don't make it onto anybody's website. They don't make it onto the video channel, and we've managed to get lots of people into these properties. So Patreon, if you are seriously looking at buying a property in Italy, and you are ready, or you're almost ready, or you're doing your research, then go onto the website and have a look at the Patreon section, because it is worth doing. It is paid for, and I do apologize for that, but it is €14, 14 euros per month. That just covers all the costs, that kind of thing. And you get access to the properties that I mentioned. You get some exclusive content. We also have a chat room in there as well, which is just starting to work quite nice, starting to build up a little bit of a community in there. Tony's messaging me now. He said he needs a new code. This is all professional stuff we're doing. Let me just send him a new code, because there we go. There you go. We'll see if he comes back on. But no, it's become a great community. We wanted it to be a community type thing on Patreon, and that's exactly what's happening. But you get early access and everything else, and a few new things that are coming up in the new year, in September, once we're back, as well as the Saturday properties. We're also going to be doing the odd midweek property, which is going to be agents' properties that have already been on Patreon, and we're going to start introducing those to people as well. So Patreon always gets really early access, but we're going to also include those on the channel as well. So there will be 2 property videos each week. The agent ones are a little bit different because it's direct from the agent, so sometimes they're speaking in Italian and you have to listen to the overdubbed thing on YouTube, and sometimes they do try and speak in the best English, but again, at least you're getting more access to properties, which is the main thing. What else do I need to tell you? I think that's about it. Yeah, that's everything. So I just want to quickly do the stunning photo of the week. Tony's sending me messages on WhatsApp saying, please let me in. Just forgive me 1 second. Let me just see if I can send him another invite member. It keeps saying errors. I'm going to send him one more, and then he can go forth and multiply, as they say. Okay, we've sent him another one. See, all this just to bring, he only says 3 words anyway. Okay, so where was I? I was on stunning photo of the week. This has been sent in by Colin, and this is not in Italy. So I do always say to people, when you send photographs in, it doesn't have to be photos of Italy. In Italy, it can be photos anywhere in the world, as long as it's stunning. So this week's stunning photo of the week has been sent in by Colin, as I say, and this is Marina del Rey in California. And I thought that was a pretty cool, apparently that's from his apartment or condo or whatever you call them. It seems to be a little bit dark on that screen for some reason, but hopefully you can make it out. But that's a pretty cool photo. I do like that one, definitely. So wherever you are in the world, if you do have some stunning photographs from your area, then please do send them in. It can be anything. It could be, as long as it's a stunning photo, that's the main thing. So this week it goes to Colin, and this is Marina del Rey in California. Okay, so back to tonight's subject. We are going to be talking to our Meet the Home Buyers. I'm just going to bring them, all 4 of them, in just to quickly say hello, and then we're going to do them each couple at a time. So we've got, oh, hang on a second. Hang on. Look, before we do that, sorry guys, just bear with me a second. Oh, you're working now?
Yes.
Fine.
Hey!
A bit loud, but you know, you're there.
I'm all discombobulated.
Yeah. How did it go? How did your holiday go?
Ah, brilliant. Yeah. It was that good that we booked for next year.
Same place?
Yeah.
I bet you got some discount, didn't you? Did you get some discount? Is that why?
I got a little.
They give you a free couple of nights or something.
So that's really nice.
Very good. It's nice to, nice to see you back. At least you can do something now.
I'm all sweaty and hot.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing that. Domenico's not here tonight, so you're off. You haven't got tongue twisting trials tonight.
Good.
So you can relax tonight. You can just, do the usual things that you do, wherever that is. Okay, we'll catch you later.
Hey, guys.
Say bye to everybody.
Yeah, bye-bye. See you later.
Okay, so where were we? Let me turn the chat on as well, just in case he disappears for some reason. So I'm going to bring both couples in just to say hello. So we've got Mark and Nada first. More relaxed than that, I don't think you can look.
We are, baby, we are.
And let's quickly bring John and Laurie to say hello. Good evening.
Ciao a tutti.
Always smiling, Laurie, as usual. As usual. When you're in Italy, it's just... And have you noticed that Tony's hiding John by keeping that thing across the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, have you noticed that? Sorry, John, apologies. You'll have to have a word with him. When you come over to ours next... Oh, there you go. He's taking it off now. I'll take you around to Tony. We'll have words. Okay, so we're going to do... Mark and Nada, we'll bring you back on in about 15 minutes or so. Is that okay?
We'll be here. We're sitting there watching the swallows get water out of our pool.
There's worse things in the world, isn't there? We'll see you shortly. Okay, John and Lama Laurie and Nick on John. Is that right, Laurie? Is that what his new name is?
That's his new name.
That's the new name.
Really cool. I do want to ask you one question though, John, and I meant to ask you this last time. How do you pronounce your surname?
Well, in Polish, it's Dziedzic, but no one can remember that. So the Americanized pronunciation's just Dzik.
Right.
When I was in the Air Force, they called me DZ because they just didn't want to go through all the rest of the letters. So they just picked the first two out and they just used DZ.
Well, strangely enough, and you can ask Silvana this, but your name in our office is always John DZ. That's what we call you. So.
That's it. That's what it is. DZ. DZ.
So yeah, that's how you're known to us anyway. So you guys bought in Lama di Pellini. You've been on a couple of times, and everybody's seen your house. You're obviously sat on your roof terrace at the moment. You can see the Maiella National Park behind. Laurie, excited as usual before you come. I always follow you on Facebook as well, and it's always about Lama and can't wait to get back. How does it? I mean, this is now. How many times have you been out now?
This is our third summer.
Yeah.
Right. And how does it feel every time it gets close to coming? I'm going to say home because it's going to be a home soon. But how is it coming back?
Oh, spectacular. You wait all year. You wait. And, you just can't wait to be here. It's home. It is so much home. And we absolutely adore it.
I mean, you've always had both of you had a real passion for it, but you, I mean, obviously, Laurie, probably because I see you a lot on Facebook as well. But has any of it worn off? Does it still surprise you? I mean, I love the way John. I love it as well that you're actually drinking. What you're drinking? Just show us, John.
Oh, it's just our little Aperol's.
Aperol spritz in a bottle.
Yeah.
For desperate people in life, Aperol spritz in a bottle is just perfect.
There you go.
So sorry to interrupt. So how? I mean, has any of it worn off? As sort of the novelty worn off yet? Or I mean,
no, not at all. Every time we come, we find new things to do, and even the old places become strangely familiar but different at the same time. It's like, we want to go back there again because we enjoyed it so much. And then when we go back again, not only do we have a good time again, but we learn about new and different things while we're there. So every time it's just it refreshes itself each time. So it really doesn't get boring. There's a million things to do, no matter what. And even the simple things, like putting out your recycling every night, that's entertaining.
Okay.
You meet new cats out in the street. You meet new people putting your bins out. You say hello to people you already know. It's just something as ridiculously, stupid, like putting your recycling out. It can just be entertaining.
And we've got somebody. Is this your son or your daughter who's on now?
That's my son, Clark.
Hi, Mom.
Not back in the States.
Having parties in the house. Go for it, Clark. Just keep it.
Hey.
He's got plenty of time to clean up before you get back.
Hey, Clark.
Yeah, but it's interesting. Like John mentioned, even the new here, a lot of expats in our village now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry.
I think it was about 3 weeks ago. We were watching the Corpus Domini parade through town. We're standing there watching it, and this man came up to me and he goes, "I know you. You're Lama Laurie."
Oh, so we made you famous.
Yeah, and it's
happened before.
It's one of the ones who bought through you, and when our neighbors just across the balcony.
Oh, right, yeah, literally 5 meters from you.
We've got quite a few expats in the village, and we also discovered at every Thursday at Plou's Cafe in Casoli. At 10 o'clock in the morning, all the expats from the area get together. And I'll tell you what, that's been a wealth of information.
Brilliant.
They really are helpful with a lot of things that, helping us out. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's great to have that bit of support as well, isn't it? And from people I know we don't all want to come and just hang around with people from our own countries, but it's great to have that little bit of support as well. So when you first came out the first time, obviously we had chats about you getting around and about and the motorways and all things like that. How are you finding is it just second nature now, picking up the car and just heading out to Lama? Is it all become very easy, or do you have any moments?
It is pretty easy, actually. That the initial learning curve. Once you get past that, it's really not too bad. I would much rather have my own car rather than renting a vehicle, and it would be really nice to have the telepass, but we'll get there. But for the moment, the car rentals, that works out all right. We get where we need to go, and we don't really have too much difficulty.
Yeah, because you're out. Are you out for 3 months? Are you doing the 90 days this time?
No, just it's 2 months, but we want to come back for Christmas and spend some time over the holiday.
Yeah, I booked our trip in December, thinking that I'd have to be back in time to return to school, and I made the decision to retire a year early.
Yeah,
I want to work on the ERV, and I need time to do that.
Yeah.
So we're going back mid-August, but we definitely want to be here for Christmas this year. So I got to get John's passport renewed, and then I think we'll be out here. I'm thinking maybe a month and a half, come out for the holiday.
Excellent. And I have noticed as well that you seem to be doing quite a few walks in the mountains and that kind of thing. Is that what's been happening there? Have you joined a group or something, or?
No, we just take it upon ourselves to go out on a different trek each day. Not very long walks, but around here, if you walk 3 to 6 kilometers, it's not the same as back home because most of it's going uphill.
Yeah.
And then the return trip is just as difficult going downhill because you try to prevent yourself from falling. So it's unless you're walking horizontally across, going diagonal across a mountain, you're always either going up or down, and most of that is how things are around here. You don't really have too many flat level areas to walk on.
No, not really. No.
So you don't walk as far, but you put a lot more effort into it, which is good.
Was this photograph taken? Where was this? Because you then took another photograph that was a brilliant one of. Because I know you're a bit of a photographer, aren't you? Is that what you do, John? Is that your?
No, just I've been doing photography for a very, very long time. And worked in that field back in the day. It's not what I do anymore, but I'm just an amateur. But it's something I really enjoy doing.
Right.
That image there, that's the bell that's at the top of the hill when you climb that part of the mountain going up to the refugio at the Fonte Tare. You ring the bell to symbolize, okay, you made it to the top. It's one of those little
superb
traditional
date of 1841 on it as well. That's a great. I was going to choose that photo of the week, but I thought, well, I'm going to show it anyway. So
sure, yeah, it's been around for a while, and it's a really nice hike up there. The group that I went with, they do this a lot, and they're very, very quick. Carrying all my camera gear I had on my backpack, and I felt the weight of that within the first hour. I could really feel that weight pulling hard, and it was tough for me to keep up with the other guys.
And is that this group?
That's that group, yes.
and where were you, Laurie? Where did you not go on that?
No, trip? I didn't go. I wanted to badly, but I wanted John to experience it first to tell me if I could do it, because I actually have to have both of my knees replaced.
Right. Okay.
So I think I could have made it up. I don't think I could have made it down.
Right.
So he checked it out for me to see if it's something I could do. And I probably won't be able to till after I have my surgeries. But
so
I stayed home and just watched some TV and relaxed. I walked around the village, and I knew he was in good hands, and he was having a great time.
So all of these Italian speakers, John?
Yes, they are. Almost no English. One fella there in the back, he spoke some English. But everybody else was all Italian. So, I really couldn't contribute a whole lot to the conversation, but we all laughed a lot, and we ate a lot, and we drank a lot.
Right. So that's pretty much everyday life in Italy then, is
Yeah,
it?
they know how to do that very well.
Yeah, we got a few weeks back. We got invited to an Italian home. Couple here in town that
Yeah.
runs the grocery store invited
great.
us to their house. They said, "Oh, come over about 4:00." So we got there at 4:00, and there was a spread of food on the table. And I don't know how many different drinks we had, but we started at 4:00 and we left there at 11 p.m. And it was food and drink and the entire time. But it was, we had so much fun. It was great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And again, I know we spoke about this before, and I speak about it with everybody. It's that community thing again, isn't it? That you get, you become part of. It's more than just the house, isn't it? More than just the town. It's more. It's the people that make everything so special.
Yeah, they're. I mean, everybody. You know, we walk up to the grocery store. Buongiorno, buongiorno, and buonasera, and you know, everybody. You know, even people still come up to me, and I bought some flowers and put them in front of the house. And I had one of the women stop me in the grocery store, and you know, I could pick up. I'm picking up some of the words because we're actually taking Italian classes back in the States.
Right.
So I picked up a few words, and she was just complimenting me on the flowers, or somebody will come up to me and they'll say, "Oh, you're from New York," and I've never met them, but you know, word gets around quick. But everybody's just so welcoming, and you know, today was market. The mercado today in the village, and you know, you walk around and you know, everybody knows you. They come up to you, and you know, people introducing themselves now, and it's great. It really the sense of community, and you really feel like you're part of the family here. You really, it's so open and welcoming.
And just so people know, again, I mean, this is you are, as you're saying, learning the language. It's not as if you've been here loads of times and comfortable with that. It's all still new for you guys, isn't it? But you're just settling in, and well, you settled in right, I think, from day one that you came out here. But to be invited into people's homes and a 7-hour drinking session is pretty good as well. Congratulations on that. It almost beat my record, but no, it's
driving home at night after that was a bit of a challenge. That was interesting. They live down in that little hollow, you know, Fico San Martino. You did a property not far from there a few months back. A little tiny village just outside of there. And if you don't know those roads real well, you can get into some trouble pretty quick if you're not paying close attention. Superb.
So I just want to just quickly say to people, because people are suddenly they're saying that they thought that live streams were on a Wednesday. Just to let everybody know, I just had to mix it up this week. But I did advertise last week that I was going back to Tuesday just for this week because we've got signings tomorrow. So I'm just telling, there's a few people that are mentioned they didn't realize we were live tonight, but there you go. Okay, so you've been traveling to different places. Laurie, I love this picture. I know exactly where you are here, and this is a fantastic place.
That was amazing. That was so much fun.
San Martino. And explain to people, because I mean, obviously, and I've tried to take many photographs, and I've done the same pose. It doesn't give it justice at all, does it? No disrespect, John, considering you're a photographer.
No, yeah, I mean, you're so small.
Yes,
and you can't fit that overwhelming feeling in your lens. It just doesn't work that way.
So explain where you are then, Laura. Just explain why you're doing what you're doing and what this place is.
Well, last year we spent some time at Ferra San Martino, and in previous videos you've always talked about the Gole. For people in the States, the Gorge. And it's basically you park down below, you hike up, not too far, and you walk between the two mountains. Yeah. And
these mountains are huge, aren't they? We're talking.
It's breathtaking. And it's like a wind tunnel in there. And, you know, everybody stops midway and you touch the two mountains. And it's great. And then you keep going forward and you come to the old monastery. I think they started building it in 800.
Yes.
So, you know, we got a lot of photographs of that. And we continued on. We kept walking and hiking further into the gorge.
Yeah. Right.
It was beautiful. And we kept going because there's a fountain farther in. And Easy hike, really easy hike, very
Yeah.
nice. I think anybody, if I could do that, I know anybody can do that, but absolutely spectacular. It was, and it's only like 10 minutes from our house.
Yeah, yeah.
Really
That's the great thing. That there's so many things that's so close to you. It's unbelievable. We've got a quick shot of Nick on John. So that's Llama at the bottom, isn't it? I think.
Yes, that's Llama down there, looking down from about the halfway point going up to the refuge.
Yeah, yeah. Excellent.
There's lambs, horse, cows that live up there. I don't know where they really come from, what they're doing all the way up in the top of that mountain.
Are you sure that just wasn't the drink?
Well, I don't know.
No, he did.
There's no cows there, John. There's no cows up there, I can promise. So talking about sort of getting around, and obviously you've been exploring the area, but also to go, I don't know if these were some of your friends, just to go for a day trip to Rome is also an easy thing, isn't it?
Oh, well, what happened here is the young man, well, he's not a young man, he's a grown adult, but in the foreground, in the white shirt, that was one of my former students.
Right.
And the last time I saw him was when he graduated 23 years ago. And we're friends on Facebook, going back and forth. And he and his wife were going to be in Rome because they were going to be going on a cruise of the Mediterranean. So I said, let me know, give me dates. And he sent me 3 dates. And I said, we'll meet you there. So we took the 3-hour drive. We went into Rome and met him at the Pantheon, he and his wife. And, last time I saw him, he was 18 years old. Now he's 41. He has a daughter in college. And it was just.
His kids are the age that he was when you taught him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So it was so much fun to, and he was so excited because he goes, could we sit and have a drink together? I said, oh, absolutely. I said, you're old enough now. So it was great.
But again, it's just so easy, isn't it, to go to just say we're going off to Rome. We're going to Rome. I think Abruzzo is so well positioned in Italy just to be able to visit so many places, isn't it? That's the other great thing about it. As well.
It's the first time we were on the autostrada was an absolute nightmare. We did not listen to your advice and avoid the yellow lane. We got on it, but now it's so easy now. It's so much easier now. And it's, you think, well, 3 hours, but the scenery going there, everywhere you look on a hilltop, there's a different village. And I'm writing down all these places I want to go to.
Yeah. It is an amazing drive, isn't it? It is really amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So brilliant. Excellent. Okay. Well, if you don't mind hanging around for another 15 minutes or so, I'm going to bring Mark and Nader on, then we'll all sort of have a chat a little bit later. So I'll take you off the screen for now and bring them on, and then we'll catch up with you in a short while. Okay. We'll see you shortly. Okay. Are we ready for couple number 2? And I can see Mark. In fact, no. Let me bring him on first. I won't talk about him until he's face to face. Hold on 1 second. Good evening again.
It is a good evening, and I'm ready for you, baby.
I was going to say, Mark, that some of the WhatsApp messages that you send me are just, it does cheer my life up sometimes, definitely.
I always send them to you before I let Nada read them, because she wouldn't allow me to send half of the stuff I said.
It wouldn't get past the Nada scan now. So.
Not at all. It's much easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission.
That's a good slogan. That we could use that. I might put that on the website. Okay, so this is Mark and Nada. You've been on before as well. Tell everybody where you're from and where you are at the moment.
We are from Atlanta, Georgia, but we live here in Capistrano. We are in the process of getting our elective residency visa. We don't have anything left in the United States. We sold our home, sold everything, gave everything away. So we don't really have a home in the United States, but we're trying hard to get our visa so that we'll be here permanently.
So obviously you said you're in Capistrano, which is quite close to Populi as well that some people may have heard of. So when's the appointment for the elective residency visa?
September 22. We were able to get on the website and get that scheduled just about 2 weeks ago. So we're really glad of that. Took a while to call, or using the website and the email before it occurred. But when it finally did, we got both of our appointments set up 15 minutes after another. So we're excited about that.
Superb. And you're doing this all on your own. You've not paid any lawyers or anybody to help you with this. You're just doing it by yourselves.
Correct. The believe it or not, the information, what you need to do, is really pretty straightforward.
Yes.
It's just a matter of putting all the documentation together, making it look nice and organized for somebody so that anybody could understand it, and shouldn't be difficult at all. That's one of the great things about being in a country like this. They really are pretty pedantic about what you have to do. So
yeah.
we're all ready to go with passive income and all of our data, and so we'll go back to the United States August 22nd and spend a month before we have to go to the appointment. So that should be plenty of time to put all the documents together and print them out. It should be a piece of cake. We haven't heard of anybody who's been refused. Obviously, potential Pete had to put it off for a little while, but we're not worried about it at all. It's just our goal is to come back at the end of this year, permanente.
And which office are you going to? Which office is the? Where's the embassy?
Miami.
Ah, okay.
Georgia.
Excellent. Well, hopefully it's all gonna. Well, I'm sure it will. So so John and Laurie, obviously they bought their property sight unseen, never been to Abruzzo and all the rest of it. You guys pretty much did that as well. But you came on a tour as well, didn't you? But the deposit and everything you put down before you came out, you'd never been to Abruzzo before, had you?
Correct. In fact, when we start talking to people about this, I say, wait a minute. The first question to ask us is, so Neda and Mark, how many times have you been to Italy? 0. In fact, David, we swore we would never buy a house sight unseen. That's just crazy. And we kept going back to the same house, and we both recognized this is the house. So I called you or emailed you, and the house was up and available. And when we went on the tours, which I highly suggest people do, even if they're not interested yet, let them get on the tours to get a sense of what's going on. We had no idea this was going to happen, but the last house you showed us was what our second choice was.
Yes.
And when we saw the house, and we loved it, but when we saw the house, there was no doubt in our mind that it was second, and it was a long second, way far away.
Yeah. Francis is just saying, how relaxed and chilled do you all look? Might be the good wine. So it's probably about right, isn't it?
Well, it is that, but let me tell you something. It is also the incredible view.
Yeah.
I remember you caught a lot of flack for saying we ought to tear down some of the trees.
I know.
But I figured you already caught the flack, so I did the tree tearing down. And
yeah, you did it. I just mentioned it. So you're the guilty one before any people start hassling me. Usually,
but don't worry. We talked to all of the squirrels. We made sure they had a new tree to go to, and they're fine.
The thing is, I can believe that you actually did that. So just to remind people, your home. I'm just going to show a few pictures, and I have got something to say to you as well, Mark. Shortly, there's something, an observation that I've seen, and you'll see shortly. So this is the house. People may well recognize it. Neda under the what we're going to call that tetolio, and I'm losing my English words. What do we call it? Pergola, is it? So this is obviously in the town, not the town center, but pretty much the town center of Capistrano. But
we're 10 minutes away.
Yeah, I mean you've got the perfect mix, haven't you? Because the view that you're looking at the moment, which people will see shortly, is amazing. But you're also in the town as well. How does that feel, having that good mix of both?
Well, we walk every single day. We get up in the morning, we walk, and depending upon how hot it's going to be, we may walk fairly early, like 7 o'clock is early. And so we can either walk straight up the hill, which is a little steep, or we take a slightly longer way, which means it takes 20 minutes to get into the town. And then we'll walk up to the convent and walk back. And we've put in 40, 45 minutes worth of a walk. But then, of course, the gelateria has our name on it. And so we have due cappuccini, uno, due cornetto, and we're set for the day.
Superb, superb. And you're learning the language as well, both of you as well. How is that coming on? How is that? Sabine's just saying, I remember having heard rumors of a pool party. That's right. I don't know if Sabine was on
Not
your show.
rumors anymore, Sabine. In fact, what we're doing is we're waiting for David to make the commitment publicly when he's bringing his family.
We will do it before you leave. And I've also had to, I've not publicly done it, but with Laurie and John, I've been every time they've come out, they've said we must get together, So our plan, as I mentioned before, is the 1st of August is our last working day until the 1st of September. So before you go, I will be I will be sat where you are now with a glass of something.
Excellent.
So
in our Italian, we work with a tutor online,
right.
3 days a week typically, and it's live through Verbal Planet. And she lives in southern Italy. We wanted somebody that was a native, and she specializes. Her training is in language, and she specializes in teaching foreigners Italian. So we work with her 3 days a week, and then of course we do Duolingo every single day, and then other things like we watch.
We have a number of flashcards that we go through.
Yeah.
Every now and then we'll watch a movie and watch the subtitles in Italian. So we're serious about learning the language. And then we have this lovely little couple that we've met. They always show up in the piazza when we're done walking, and it is Ivana and Romano, and of course they only speak Italian, so we do our best to wander through that. In the small village, they don't speak English. And we have a number of expats, okay, and we enjoy their company, but don't tell them we really enjoy the company of the locals, okay?
And that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Somebody's just asking where you are. So the village is Capistrano, where they are. But I think, again, the smaller communities, it is great as well, isn't it, to be in? I know it's nice to be in the bigger towns as well, and I understand that, and I understand when people sort of visit the bigger towns and the rest of it, but there's something special about a smaller Italian town, in my opinion, or a smaller Italian village, that compared to other places, you really feel part of something special, in my opinion. So just to show people a little bit of the inside, I've not put loads of photographs on the inside of your house, but I like the styles that you've sent me here. Still got that beautiful original flooring, which is fantastic, that you've got. I'm just going to show a couple of pictures, then I've got an issue to take up with you, Mark. So again, people see the absolutely beautiful tiles, and your property was originally it was sort of a B&B, wasn't it? So you've got,
yes, it was turned into a bed and breakfast, which is great because that means we have 4 bathrooms in our home.
Yes. That's the great thing. Every bedroom has a bathroom, and then this is the start of what I want to just ask a little question. So a great picture of Nada in the kitchen, and it's beautiful kitchen as well. I love those.
The tile is over 100 years old.
I was just about to ask that. Are they the original terracotta? I can't remember you having terracottas in there when I did the video.
Yes, it is the original terracotta. They're over 100 years old. When you look at the stairs that you're going up, which would be button hooking to the left from the vantage point of this photo, the limestone stairs have indentations in them from people walking on them for the last couple of 100 years. Just incredible.
Incredible. So while Nada's in the kitchen, my slight issue with a certain person is, you sent me this photograph, and then straight after, a little bit of imbalance I'm feeling here.
I don't know what to say. You have me stumped here. Okay. Listen, let me just tell you something. We have 4 bathrooms, okay? Yeah. I have been brilliantly trained for the last 25 years that I put down the lid in the bathroom.
Okay.
But because we have 4 bathrooms,
Seriously,
one of them is my own.
You get one of
and
them
I
where
don't have to turn the
close
lid
that.
down.
That's amazing. I can't wait to come to yours just for that. Just for that feeling.
You know what the problem is? I've been doing it so well for 25 years. I still put the lid down.
Brilliant. Anyway, on that conversation, but this is just showing the view. I mean, obviously, you're sat looking at that now. I know we tried it a little bit earlier, but the sun was.
Want me to try it again?
Yeah, let's give it a little try. See if the view comes up. No, we're still.
No, it doesn't.
No,
there's still a little bit too much sun out there.
Yeah. Are they vineyards below you at the bottom?
Oh yeah. You have 4. Now it's coming a little bit if I move slower. There are 4 wineries down in this little valley, and apparently this little valley is has 3,000 years worth of history because they used to bring the they're the bells.
Always a good sign.
3,000 years worth of history. They used to bring the sheep in, and then they would they would butcher some of them. They would use the milk. They would shore them. This has been around for 3,000 years. Remember, there's the Capistrano Warrior, which is a very famous monument that was found in 1934, just right down there in the valley. And it comes from the 6th century BC.
It's incredible. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever been to
village? It's 3,000 years old.
It's amazing, isn't it? Have you ever seen the Capistrano Warrior? Have you seen the actual statue?
We've not been to L'Aquila or to Chieti to see it.
Yeah, it's in a museum in Chieti, because I know the people from Capistrano were going mad that it was taken to Chieti, and they want it back, basically. I mean, it's made out of one solid piece of granite or marble, whatever it is. But when I went to see it, this thing is huge. It's not what you expect, and it's actually quite mind blowing. You must go and see that. It really is. It's really close to the notary's office, a couple of 100 meters from the notary's office. But it is so worthwhile going to see that. Just moving on, another couple of photographs. So again, we're on back to this theme again. That somebody seems to be doing the work and somebody seems to be taking.
Oh no, that is not fair. That is not. She is doing the work because she's so pedantic about. Well, it needs to be an inch this way. It needs to be 4 inches that way. So I just said, and I'm not a dumb husband. If she says that, I just say, okay, baby, whatever you want to do.
And to be fair, she's right, because this next photograph, I mean, that looks absolutely fantastic.
Isn't that not incredible? And look to the left. You see the 2 lounge chairs there?
Yeah.
I have 2 more in our lower level with yours and Silvana's name on them.
Okay. Perfect. Absolutely. Do you think that'll hold me?
Absolutely, baby.
But what a view that is. It really is an absolutely superb view. So you're obviously enjoying life in sorry, just hold on 1 second. I think I've hold on. Tony, what's happening? I think I've lost you. Hopefully you're going to come back on shortly. We're
still here.
Oh yeah, you're there. I can see you. Sorry, on my screen you disappeared. So obviously you're enjoying. You're doing the backwards. You're doing the Schengen shuffle at the minute.
Slightly, we did the Schengen shuffle for the first. We're in the middle of our second 180 days. The first time we weren't really too sure what in the world we need to do with that, and so we for the second 180 days we planned it a lot better. We went to the U.S. for 30 days, and then we came back here. I'm sorry, we came here for the first 30 days of the 180, and then we went to the U.S. for 30 days and drove around the U.S., said hello to friends, because we hadn't been back since October. And so we then came back here, and we're here for 2 full months. We wanted to experience the summer in Capistrano, so we're here for 2 full months, and then we'll go back, get our long stay visa, and come back here permanente.
Superb. So after you made Nada do all the work while you were doing pretty much nothing, this is obviously you trying to make up for things. This looks like a great restaurant. I would definitely like to go to this place. Is this in Capistrano?
We will take you here. Yes, it's in fact, when people go to our website or to our Facebook page or to our Instagram page, they'll see photos of this. Our last day here in Capistrano, before we went back to the U.S. a couple of months ago, we went to dinner here, and we took beautiful photos and videos. because this sits right next to the castle, about 90 degrees from where we're actually sitting right now. And you can look over a different part of the mountains from right here. And it's just, it's an incredible vista, and with this great restaurant.
Superb. We'll definitely go there. And then this, I love this photograph. So tell us about this this couple.
So this is the couple that we have coffee with in the piazza at the cafe every morning after we do our walk, and that's Romano and Ivana, and they only speak Italian. And they took us to their vegetable garden, which is along the Tirreno River, and they gave us a huge basket of fresh vegetables, lettuce and cucumbers and zucchini and basil. Just, I've never tasted such great fresh vegetables in my life. I mean, the lettuce was just incredibly crisp.
Incredibly crisp.
Everything was just, and tomatoes redder than you could ever imagine. You just don't get that in the United States.
I think it's great. Again, I know we spoke about it with John and Laurie, that it's the people that make the difference as well, isn't it? It's great that people take you in almost like family.
Very much so. We were walking down to our home a few days ago, and this woman was sitting there trying to change out her. It was about as big as she was. And so I ran down there to help her. I said, Ayuta, let me help you. And I ran down there and helped her and got it replanted. And she almost went to tears because we were there to help her. So she gave us 5 aloe vera plants of our own, which are right over here. And then we came down a couple of days later, the next day, and she asked us if we wanted to come in and have some coffee. And we couldn't because we had something we needed to get to. But I said, domani. And so this morning, after we had coffee with Romano and Ivana, we stopped and had coffee with Edda. And Edda had to show us her home. She talked about her family. Of course, she's only speaking Italian. And we just had a sweet time. It was a 2-hour coffee. I can appreciate John and Laurie talking about a 7-hour meal. Our contractor, we've got a brilliant contractor who's helping us. This is one of the things I love about it's our contractor, and he invites us over for Sunday lunch. And so we went there, and it ended up being a 4.5-hour lunch. It was incredible.
Superb. And these people on this next one,
we were at dinner at that place you showed the photo of, and these 4 people were behind us. They were speaking English, so I turned and said hello to them, and we invited them to our house a couple of nights ago.
Right.
Now, you wouldn't do that in the U.S. I mean, if you did that in the U.S., you'd wonder if you're going to wake up alive or not, But you do that here. They're here for a couple of days, so they were at our house a few nights ago, and they're off to Minnesota, I think.
Superb. So you're getting a good mix of as you say, of expats, but also more importantly, the locals. So I'm just going to finish on one photograph, and then I'm going to bring John and Laurie back in just to talk a little bit more about the community and that kind of thing. I love this photograph. Superb photo, and I think this pretty much sums it up. It's
someone made a note that we're blessed to be here, and that's exactly what I feel. I mean, Nada may, to her it may be something that right there, Anna, you were absolutely blessed. It's humbling, David. It is humbled to be blessed to be here. And I can't say it any other way. I just feel so humbled and so blessed to be here. I know I don't deserve it at all. This is the life we get to live now. And what a superb life. And on that note, I'm going to bring
John and Laurie back in to let's get some more emotional stuff. You know, when it gets to, let me just bring them on first. You know, when it gets to like the end of the film and there's that big, huge speech, or there's that, that real sort of, we need a bit of talk like that now. We need to start getting people thinking, I want to be there. I want to be, and I know there's so many people that want to be there, be here.
Right, let me tell you something. I think that you sell short the trips and the being a Patreon member. Because it's not just for people who are ready to buy. No, let people come out, get a feel for it. It's only 2 days you're asking them to spend, maybe 3. But it's 2 days of getting to know Abruzzo like you talk about it. The reason we're here, David, is because of you. Your love for Abruzzo is what sold us. And I got to tell you, I'm always skeptical of guys like you. But the second time Nada had me watch something of you, I had her stop it immediately. I said, "Baby, we can trust this guy. Let's watch what he does." And I'm telling you, we're here because of you. So don't sell short the Patreon and don't sell short the trips, because they are how we get to know what you claim all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's very kind of you to say that. So, John and Laurie, when you guys, obviously, it was completely sight unseen for you guys, and I know we spoke about it the first time you came. Was it nerve-wracking at the time? Do you sometimes look back and think, I can't believe we did that, or...
No,
no, not really. Like we mentioned before, and I think our assessment of you is very, very similar to exactly what Mark just said. We watched your show for a few times, and we both said, we love the way Dave presents. We can trust this guy. We really don't have a problem connecting with him at all. And when we saw our property, we just knew, okay, that's what we want, and the video was extremely accurate. And as a matter of fact, I think when we came out and met you, when you delivered the keys, we walked through the house and it was actually better than what was in the video, which I'm not used to that at all. I'm used to the other way around. Photos, you know what I'm talking about, Mark. It's like oftentimes you see photos and videos. Well, okay, that's a photo, that's a video. It's always going to be better than it is in real life. And then when you come here and you walk through, you're just blown away. It's like, wait a minute, this is far better than what was in the video and in the photos. And so we had no trouble at all. I know you were a little skeptical initially that we might be displeased or not as satisfied, but it was the exact opposite. We were more than pleased.
And we meet people, expats, and they'll say, how'd you do that? You bought it without seeing it. And I told everybody I meet, I sing the praises of you and Silvana, and I say, what he shows you is exactly what you're going to get. It's exactly what you're seeing. And people are just stunned. I was like, no, you mean you really need to check out a home in Italy? I mean, constantly I'm telling people it's genuine, it's real. It's spectacular.
Yeah, no, we do the same thing. I guess so. If we're going to be completely honest, David, the idea that a shower is a one David to Savannah. No, I don't need that visual. Okay.
If you're lucky, you might get that visual when I come and visit. In your special bathroom.
That's right. Hey, my special bathroom is a special bathroom for a reason.
So what would you say thank you all four of you for saying such kind things, and it is, we love when people are happy, as you guys are. And I was speaking to a few people. The problem we've got at the minute, trying to find and meet the home buyers. We've got so many keys, and where people still haven't been out to see their homes yet, and it's madness. We do videos. people buy the properties. We bring the keys back from the notary's office. We put them in the desk, and it's literally to my right in Silvana's desk. There is a pile of keys that nobody's been out to yet, even people that bought a year ago, more than a year ago, and it's crazy. But lots of people are coming out now, and people are so excited to come on here and say and speak about how amazing the area. And at the end of the day, we do our bit. We want to do right by people, and that's what we do. But the area is beyond anything that we've done. It's just an incredible place. So if you had to say, what would you say is the best thing? I'm not talking about the best place. What's the best thing about the experiences? I'll go to John and Laurie first. What would you say is the thing that when you go home you just think, oh, I wish, or you're just thinking about what's the best thing? Would you say?
The lifestyle. The lifestyle here is completely different than the lifestyle in the United States. I dread the thought of packing up and going back to New York. This is home, and this lifestyle is just amazing. From the people, the community, the food, the culture, the mountains, everything. This is home. This truly is home. And we always said, we'll give it 2 years. We'll move here. We're ready now. We are ready now. That's why I'm going to work on that ERV as soon as we get back. And, we got to get the house sold. We have, classic cars we have to sell, but yeah, we're ready. This is our home now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good word, Lori. We're the same way. Listen to the bells.
Yeah. I think ours just went off.
David, yes. What's the one thing? Well, we could talk about the food. The food is incredible. Oh, yeah. Our bodies feel different, and we've only been here a month. There's no doubt that we're feeling something very, very different in our actual bodies. But I guess if there's one thing I could say that is best, I'm glad those keys are in Silvana's desk.
Yeah.
Silvana is the detail person. Yeah. She is the one who makes your business thrive. You do the great marketing part, but she takes care of all the details. I sent her an email just 2 or 3 days ago about an issue, and her response to me was in 8 seconds. What she said she was going to do was 4 seconds later. I mean, she's like that. What makes the experience great? I mean, you're fabulous. We love you. Okay. When we start calling you Italy David, but what makes this experience great is your wife.
There you go. I've just got to say, Tony, how many times do I tell you when somebody's talking about somebody else other than me, can you not mute them or just make them, I've told you this before.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you brought Tony on, and the reason I'm glad you brought Tony on is because he loves to talk about the other side of the mountain.
Yeah,
I want him here because I want him to look at this side of the mountain and say, "Okay, Mark, it's different from my side of the mountain, but I don't think it's worse than my side of the mountain."
The challenge
I'm waiting for that pool party. That's what I'm waiting for.
We're just waiting for David to get to say the date.
Brilliant, but no, joking aside, Miss Silvana gets she gets the behind the scenes job that the ones that drive me insane, especially when it comes to dealing with water companies and gas companies and everything else. Which is why Nada can come out here and move the table 4 inches, and I'm okay with that because she takes care of those details. That's what it's all about. But it's said because today, both of you, or all 4 of you, said at some point in the conversation about the community, about the people, and all the rest of it. And it was only today I was speaking to. I have a WhatsApp group with some old friends, some old band members, and some old friends that we've been friends for years and years. And we were talking about I put a photograph on and they mentioned about it just looks amazing there. What a great place to live, and they said it must be incredible to live somewhere like that and I said the same thing to them. I said it is a fantastic place, it's an incredible place. There's lots of incredible places in the world, but it is the people that make things different here. It is something that's the downtime. I always say the downtime is we still work, and I know you guys are in pension and that kind of thing, but we still have the stresses of work, and we still have kids to look after, and we still have our futures to think of, and all the rest of it. But the downtime here is so good, and I don't know if it's the weather that does it. I don't know if it's just the overall look of the place, but I am sure that a huge part of that is the people, is the community. Even we've got builders at our house at the moment, and just talking to him today, and it's just weird. You wouldn't talk. I said to him on Friday, we'll have a few beers, and he said, yeah, I'll bring some. And then he spoke about, because I just mentioned sort of just after work, we'll just have half an hour sort of beer and that kind of thing. And he's saying, well, I'll bring some. My wife will make some, whatever they were, and I'll bring those up to you. And it's sort of, it's that thing of people just think about, they don't just think about themselves. And I think we've lost a lot of that in different countries, where people stop thinking about other people.
Oh, you're right. We have a guy right down the street. We were driving back down there, and we rolled down the window and said hello to him, introduced ourselves, told him where we live. That night, we don't even know the guy. That night, he shows up with a homemade bottle of vinegar, a homemade bottle of oil, and a homemade bottle of wine. That is who the people are here.
Yeah, and he only speaks Italian.
Yeah. And it's a simple gesture. And that's the thing as well, Nady, that I agree. And we've said that a lot as well, that people that only speak Italian, it does take, it takes a lot for, we always worry about, before I could speak the language, you sort of worry about going to somebody's house because you think, I don't want to make myself look stupid, or I don't want to do the, they just do it, don't they? They don't know how to speak English, and they just come and they'll introduce themselves and they'll take you into their families. And you just think, I think after a while I started to think, I'm not going to be embarrassed anymore, because clearly they're not embarrassed. They will come over, they will speak Italian, knowing full well that I couldn't understand a word they were saying at the beginning. And so the guts that they have to do that, and bearing gifts as well, I just think is it says incredible. A lot about a nation.
Yeah.
It really
does. And of course, what they do when they begin to talk to you in Italian, and they can tell you don't know because you're looking, they're dumb. They just start talking faster.
Yeah. It is true. They probably do think, well, they don't understand me anyway, so I'll just speak how I normally do. But it is incredible.
So
incredible people, incredible place, and I'm just so happy that you guys enjoy it as much as you do, because that's the most important thing. That it is given something extra to your life. That's the main thing.
It has.
Brilliant. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to say goodbye to you, because it's I've gone 10 minutes over as usual. Thank you so much for giving up time. I will say, and I'm saying it now that all of you, and I'm saying it in public, Mark, we will definitely come over and see you, and John and Laurie, we will definitely. I'm saying not Mark and Nada, sorry, and John and Laurie will. We'll see you over in Palombarra, since you're only 10-15 minutes away. We'll definitely. So I know every time you've both done it. Every time you come out and you say. And so many other people who have bought places through us, who we don't like to call clients anymore, friends, and we turn so many people down. It's horrible. People must just think, what, I'm not going to ask them anymore. And it's not out of anything other than we just have a busy life, and with kids and the rest of it. But our son Gianluca is now finished school, and he will start university. So we're going to have the gift of time, I think, soon. We're going to be left on our own, childless for until they come home. So yes, we will definitely take both of you up and on the offers, and we'll definitely get together and see you as soon as we finish work on the 1st of August. So I've said it online, so if I don't do it, then you've got something to say after. Okay, that's my signed contract. Okay, guys, thank you so much for giving up your time. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your bottles of spritz, Laura. A few more of those on the are they as good as the other mate, the real ones?
Oh yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, they're quite good for something you can just pop a cap on.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, John and Laurie, I'll speak to you really soon anyway, and thank you so much again, as usual, for giving up.
John and Laurie, ciao.
Ciao.
Yep, Mark, thanks. Yep.
Bye. And Mark and Nada, thank you guys as well, as usual. Really appreciate, and I appreciate your crazy WhatsApp messages as well, Mark. I will save them, Nada, so you can have a look through them as well, just to...
So much for your invitation.
Okay.
All right, my friend. Well,
Thank you so much.
Ci vediamo a presto.
Perfect. We'll see you really soon. Thank you so much. Thanks for giving up your time. See you soon. Okay, guys, that's it. What can we say? Great couple of couples, and I know it's easy to bring people on that's bought here, and some people may think, well, it's obviously going to talk good and things, but hopefully you've seen that every time that we get people on here, regardless of what people think of us or the service we did or anything else, everybody says the same thing about the area, about the people, about their experiences, and about the homes that they bought, and that's got to say a huge thing. And hopefully we're going to have lots of new Meet the Home Buyers coming, because we do have lots of people that have started collecting keys, and people that are just coming out, and a number of people said they want to do a Meet the Home Buyers. So hopefully in September, I'm not sure what we're doing next week, and there'll probably only be one or maybe two in August, because we are taking some time off. But certainly in September, we'll make sure we've got lots more Meet the Home Buyers coming, and because I think it's a great way for you guys to hopefully feel a little bit more secure in the decisions that you may make when it comes to buying a place over here in Italy. And I know I talk about it all the time, but Abruzzo is an incredible place. You certainly won't be disappointed when you're here, for all the reasons that everybody said to you, plus many, many more. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm sorry that I switched it to Tuesday. I did put some adverts on last week, but we will be going back to Wednesday, I believe, from next week. So that will be the last one before the August break. But I just need to look at the dates, and I will publish the dates that we're probably doing about 2 during August. So we'll miss 2 and we'll do 2, and then back in September as usual. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for joining these shows or watching them. All the shows that we do are all on the YouTube channel. You just need to click on the live section, and you'll see every single one that we've done over the last couple of years. Just thank you for your support. Thanks for watching the videos. Keep an eye out for this Saturday's video. If anybody's looking for an 8-bedroom palazzo, it's just, this place is incredible. Then keep an eye out for Saturday's property video. Patreon members get to see it Thursday, as well as another agent's property tomorrow in Vittorito. But on the channel on Saturday, just keep an eye out there. Even if it's over some people's budgets, I think it's around about 450. But just watch the video. It's the place is absolutely fantastic, and a great area as well, Rocca Morice. So that's hopefully another area that we're going to be working in. We've got lots of fantastic properties coming up soon. I've been out videoing for the last week or so. I've got a number of videos to do next week, so we've got some great stuff coming up on the channel. Okay, thank you so much for your usual support. We'll see you next Wednesday. So I'll just mix it up again. Next Wednesday, we'll decide what live we're going to do, and I'll put some publicity towards the end of this week. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic week.